did hear a rumor a long time ago that Navi was built just for the PlayStation ecosystem, and maybe that's where that rumor came from. So
Microsoft is going to probably, most likely, they're going to use a software-based ray tracing, whereas Sony has a particular chip that allows it to do.
No, I doubt that.
I mean, that's pretty much what they said.
I doubt that. The reason why I doubt that is because Microsoft is the actual people behind fucking. So I doubt.
Hold on 1 second.
But behind what? Behind what?
Ray tracing?
Yes, Microsoft
is not behind ray tracing.
Are you serious?
Hold that thought. We're gonna get to the bottom.
Microsoft didn't make ray tracing.
Hold up.
Microsoft is the reason why ray tracing is being.
No, they created DirectX 12, the DirectX, right? They created that, but you still have Vulkan. You still have other APIs that's out there that allows these things.
Using Vulkan ray tracing.
Listen, what I'm saying, right?
What games are using Vulkan ray tracing? None. NVIDIA GPUs are using DirectX ray tracing, and those are the only GPUs that are doing ray tracing.
You have a PC, bro.
With hardware.
You have a PC. You know it's good. You know, listen, NVIDIA has its own ray tracing, right? It has its own hardware that's capable of the ray tracing. NVIDIA came right behind them, and AMD came right behind them, and they're going to do the exact same thing.
But they're using the DX12 ray tracing codes, though.
Listen, D.
That's what they're coding.
So you mean to tell me that the PS5 is going to have DX12 in it?
No, the PS5, they're going to do their own coding for it.
Exactly, their own variant of ray tracing.
What I'm trying to say to you is that how could you think Microsoft would not have hardware ray tracing in it when they are the ones pushing it on PC?
D, that's not. You listen. It's two ways.
That was like people saying DX12 was not going to be in the Xbox.
Listen. Just like Digital Foundry said, go back and watch their analysis of the PS5. There's two ways you can skin a cat. You can use regular software. You can use custom software.
I understand what you're saying. My point is,
you can also use a hardware, a chip that allows you to do it. That's all I'm saying. It's pretty much confirmed.
You're ignoring the fact that
they confirmed that the PS5 is going to have hardware ray tracing.
Isn't to the facts, Dave?
You're ignoring the facts that right now on PC, if you're using ray tracing in your games, if you're playing a game with ray tracing, it is Microsoft DirectX ray tracing that you're using.
Let me ask you this.
Hold on a second.
How many games utilize ray tracing on PC? How many
right now?
There's three fucking games. There's only three.
My point is the three that are using it are using Microsoft DirectX ray tracing.
Because it's on PC.
So why would you think that in the next generation console they wouldn't have some hardware acceleration for it?
You just answered your own question.
Let me play the
There's
three
games out there that support ray tracing. There's three games that support ray tracing, right? It just came out.
Right.
I don't care if it's one game, if it's half a game. It matters who's the one that's enabling that. It's Microsoft.
Okay. Go ahead with your DX12 and Power the Cloud. You got it.
Hold on. Let me play the bills right quick. Shout out to AP the Shooter. I got a serious question. How many of y'all ever hooked up your cable box to your Xbox One? And how long you said, fuck this shit? Scroll all the way down to the bed. I got one more bill. My man D, he said, oh shit. D, you up here like you know more than Sony and Sony about specs. You talk about Phil gave you the info to the leak. So which is it? Do you know the inside scoop where you just blowing smoke like that pipe you was smoking the other night?
Fuck, I have no idea what the hell that person's talking about.
D said he plead the fifth when they coke smoke. He plead the fifth.
Whatever. To answer the first person's question, yes, I used to hook in my TV to my Xbox when Connect was a thing. I used to come in the house and say, Xbox, turn the TV on, put it to CNN or whatever. It was a great feature while it worked.
All right, well.
Do you think they're gonna add a second HDMI port on the new one?
I don't think it's necessary, but knowing Microsoft and not wanting to piss off people that are used to it, they might. But I don't think it's necessary.
So they're pretty much kind of hamstringed based on the shit that they told people back then. Now they have to keep it up, right? Like no man left behind. Now they kind of, even though they probably want to backtrack, they got to keep it because you're gonna piss off a bunch of people.
Yeah, you're gonna piss some people off.
And that's I wish Phil could walk out there and say, "Look, guys, I know what I told you last generation. This generation, it's a whole new ball game. If you still jamming the Xbox One S, the OG Xbox." Fuck it. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
I got a console for you.
I want Phil Spencer to get his inside Dunny D on. Just tell motherfuckers, hey, this is how it's gonna be.
Just imagine that you want cable pass through. We got an Xbox for you.
Yeah, you got Xbox One for you. The OG fat joint. 2013 model.
No, because listen, if they add the second HDMI port on there, guess what? That's increased money that it costs for that.
Not
If they
much.
do all of this stuff, it's just more money, and I just don't see a lot of people spending over $500 for yet another Xbox. Let alone,
I think the top people will pay for a console is $600. I think that's being gracious, but I agree with you. I don't think either of these consoles can be priced more.
Sony tried that shit back in the day. How did that work out?
Yeah.
And like I said, we're gonna know. We're also gonna know.
How did $500 work out for Xbox this shit? You see what I'm saying?
We're also gonna know what these prices are kind of gonna be too at Computex when they release the prices of all this stuff. Then we can generalize a little bit.
Well, we not really, because we both know that both Microsoft and Sony are gonna have to they're gonna have to eat some costs. They're gonna have to.
Yeah, they're gonna do that.
Let me pay the bills right quick. Hey, Peter said, damn, why I got to be a pussy, my nigga? You Cruella, Devil Long, pipe smoking, New Jack City, pipe smoking, Static Shock, kick fly, fuck nigga.
Grow up.
Hey, yo, man. Hey, listen, man. But anyway, like I said, before we get the hell up out of here, deal, let's think we swing by. For pricing, I'm going to say if these specs are correct, I predict, or whatever, I think the PlayStation 5, I think is going to be $500. If these specs are correct, which I don't have a problem paying $500 for a console. It is what it is, you know what I mean? D, how about you?
Yeah, if these are correct, I would say $500 too. But like I've said, there's a lot of stuff going through the grapevine that they're trying to shoot for that $400 price tag.
I don't want them to.
Well, here's the thing, Z. Just because they aim for 400, that doesn't mean that they're going to shortchange something. That just means they're going to have to eat up that hardware cost. But they know they got 100 million plus motherfuckers sitting back waiting to spend it. They'll be willing. They know the games are going to sell.
That's what they're saying. They're willing to take $100 loss.
Just this generation, they done sold close to 1 billion games, so they're going to make the money back.
Yeah.
And let alone the additional revenue from the streaming service and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft and Sony, man, they're making money hands over fist with this next generation coming up. Watch.
Yeah. I will say though, Microsoft does have an uphill battle. They have a lot of consumer gamers mindshare to make up for, man. So I wish them the best of luck. They got to really bring it, man. They no mistake.
More than luck.
Hey, AD. What do you want to see from at E3? What would it take for them to knock it out the park that'll make you comfortable with buying another Xbox next generation, saying that they're going to be competitive?
I want to see some stellar exclusives that I can only get on that platform. I want to see some innovation. I want to see some gameplay that I've never seen before. I want to be wowed like I was the first time I saw fucking Gears. I want some new fucking IPs, some new franchises. I keep my Gears, of course, keep my Halo, of course, keep my Forza, but fucking add 6, 7, 8 new IPs to that shit. I know we're not gonna get 8 new IPs at E3, but at least give me 4. Give me 4 new IPs. Give me 2 reboots. Show me what games are going to look like on the next generation system. If you can, show me some loose specs of the next generation system. If you can, if not, show me the full specs. Sell me why your system next gen is going to be the system to get. That's what they got to do. Yeah. Like regardless, I'm going to be playing Microsoft franchises regardless. But for the average consumer, for them to buy an Xbox, a next generation Xbox, that's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to really be the talk of the town again.
But D, if their games will most likely be available elsewhere as well, would that cause you to say, right now it's probably not? I don't really have to rush out and get the next Xbox because my PC is able to run the Halo, Gears, and Forza, and even better.
I can sit here and honestly, I can sit here and say, you know what? I got such a good high-end PC. I got fucking few of them. I'm blessed to have more than one. Mm-hmm. So I could play all of Microsoft's exclusives on my PC and have them looking fucking like fire. And I want to say that. And I've had PC for fucking so many years, and I end up getting the Xbox console. So Again, I don't know. It's a hard question. You know, they'd have to really muck it up for me not to get it. It has to be too expensive. You know, give me some good capabilities on it. You know, I like to play with, you know, my friends that do have the Xbox platform, but right now I really can't do it because I'm stuck with like 30 frames per second games, and I'm just tired of it. I'm just tired of it when I have a rig that plays 60 frames per second. I can't downgrade myself anymore. So if they can give me that 4K 60, then I'll most likely get it so I can play with, you know, the other like Z and like all my other friends that have an Xbox.
Let me pay the bills right quick before we get the hell up out of here. AP the shooter. So you know what I want? No, so you know what I hope happens? Microsoft comes to that 600. Hold on. She done shot past me. Oh, here we go. You said I want Microsoft to come in at 600 and Sony to come in at 500 and, you know, and PlayStation to have less power and still shit on the Xbox. Well, nigga, D, this one is for you. Fly your ass down here to the States. I got a new batch of pixie dust marinated in some dust juice. Well, nigga. Yeah, man. Alex, what's up, Alex Escobar? But yeah, like I said today, like I said, I guess, like I said, next generation is warming up. We're gonna see how Microsoft, I believe, is gonna show their hand in E3. I don't think they have a choice but not to show their hand. It's been Sony's already publicly talking about their console, so hopefully we get some specs or something from Microsoft. Yeah.
Not to cut you off, I want to ask you real quick, because
Yes.
so many times when we were all covering these leaks, you were like, "Oh, it's a lot of fucking mustard on a hot dog."
A lot of mustard on hot dog.
Do you truly think now, after there's been so many fucking leaks that came out, Sony coming out and like confirming loosely what they have in their system, do you still think that the next generation consoles aren't going to be doing 4K 60? Like, I don't think every game is going to do 4K 60 because, you know, you're going to have some games that just won't. But I think that's going to be
I
the
know what I
norm.
think. I know what I listen. Thing I think this is what I think. I think for it to be a selling point for next generation console, because they can't just come in and say 4K because we're getting, like I said, you know, for the average console consumer, whether gamer, whether it's native 4K or whether it's upscale 4K, same shit to me, right? They're gonna have to have a selling point, and maybe the 4K 60. But we also talking about these janky goddamn promoters, you know, developers, and these motherfuckers are lazy as all hell sometimes. You know what I mean? You know.
They're still gonna cater to the guy with the OG Xbox.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna be honest with you. I know games will be prettier, but I would not be shocked if Assassin's Creed is pretty as all hell and still 30 frames per second. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest.
Now, I would think that would be more problem. Oh, it's gonna hate this on the PlayStation side, whereas on the Microsoft, because of the way that the games have been designed, I think it'll just take advantage of the power right away, and this games would be 60 frames per second because that CPU is not holding back.
Yeah, for the old games. I mean, because think about it, the biggest library that Microsoft has right now is the old shit because they really didn't make anything this generation worthwhile. So it really wouldn't even matter. But
and real talk, these developers. Sorry.
Yeah, the PlayStation, obviously it has a more extended library. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4 games. It'll be able to play backwards compatibility or whatever. So I think more people are more anxious of having that feature than actually on the Xbox platform.
And the developers, you know, they get these games running at 60 frames per second with like no effort on the PC. So I truth be told, I don't really seeing it being an issue with developers unless they want to be fuck niggas and like, you know, put some new feature in. Or the only thing that I can say maybe the games will be 30 frames per second is the ray tracing. I think some ray tracing games will definitely be 30.
Yeah, I can say that, but you know, at the same time, I don't think it's going to be full ray tracing. I think they're just going to use ray tracing where it sees fit in game.
Yeah,
it's not going to be like Battlefield 5 running on the PC where, you know, everything, the gun and all that stuff. I don't know. We're going to have to see.
Well, behind the scenes, we're hearing that the ray tracing that AMD is doing is like amazing and that they're getting really good results. But at the same time, we don't know if that's ray tracing on Navi or their next GPU is just the ray tracing that they're doing. So, like at Computex, if we find out that Navi is like a beast for ray tracing, then I guess.
Well, if Mark Cerny, if he came out and said, "Look, we got ray tracing in the PS5, man, it's being ran by the hardware instead of software," so that means that, man, I don't know.
Well, it's possible
until Mark Cerny,
sure.
Until Mark Cerny shows me that he's lied I mean, pretty much what he said about the Pro and what he's delivered this generation. He's delivered on his promise.
I don't know about all of that.
Come on, man.
That 8.4 teraflop double precision shit that didn't really.
No. What you talking about? The Rapid Pack Math? That's how That's how they were able to get Formula One 2017 to run at 4K 60 using that. Now,
you know what? That was also running 4K 60 on the Xbox. So.
Well, exactly, but how much more did you have to spend?
You know what? That you can't. You know what? That's already been.
It was a year later and $100 more to get that.
Oh shit! Come on now.
That was pretty much.
You see what I'm saying?
That was pretty much already debunked by the tech community that he was full of shit because for you to do those calculations, you can't.
Floating point 16 is
you cannot
bullshit.
use it. You cannot use it on everything. It is not accurate. You cannot use it on everything. You can only use it on certain aspects of the game. And in actuality, it gives you like a 5 to 6% boost. So,
did he say it was used on everything? Did he?
Yeah, but people like you were running.
That's what I'm saying.
More powerful than the Xbox One X.
Listen. Fanboys are gonna fanboy. At the end of the day, the math pans out, right? You take 4.2 T flops, and if you cut the precision, listen to me. Listen to me. Like, let me talk. Right?
Put him in his place, yo. Put him in his place, man.
Let me talk, right?
Jesus.
So if you take the floating point, right, that's normally ran at 32 bits, and you run it at 16 bits, you have more threshold. You can get double the data.
Okay,
the faster the data can go through. Listen.
Tell me the facts, D. Tell me the facts.
Programmer. You don't have any formal education to say that you're a programmer. For you to listen to what people say in forums is not the case.
Come on now, Kratos.
I know.
I'm
educated.
telling you.
I know enough about Rapid Pack Math. That number that he was spitting out was.
Where did you learn about Rapid Pack Math?
Can I finish what I'm saying? It was theoretical peak performance.
That's all T-Flops is. That's all T-Flops is.
It never came to fruition. And that's a fact.
It's math. 4.2 T-flops of theoretical performance.
How you gonna say my man ain't educated?
I'm just saying. and you double that, what do you get? You get 8.4. That's double. That's all Mark Cerny said.
What type of math is this? Chinese man?
He didn't say this was voodoo. He just said that he just said when you're coding, when you're using things, you can with the Pro, it has the hardware to be able to take advantage of the floating point 16. Floating point 16. Yes, okay, that's all he said. He said, look at games. He gave you the games. He said, look at games.
Kratos, let me clarify.
Wolfenstein, even the Wolfenstein game. He said, look at these games, and this is why the PlayStation 4 Pro was able to achieve 4K 60 frames in Formula One 2017. That's all I'm saying. And you're saying, that's bullshit. It's like,
Kratos.
Listen,
they never were able to get 8.4 teraflops out of the PS4 with any game. Period.
Oh my god, D.
Period.
D, what did you just say about what did you say T-flops was? That's a theoretical benchmark of what games or what you think a system.
The regular T-flops on the
That's
system
what you
is
said.
No, don't twist my words. The regular T-flops that are on the system is what the games are pretty much using. The 8.4 teraflops was theoretical max performance of Rapid Pack Math, which they were never able to achieve.
T-flops,
everybody knows that. You're the only person in the universe touting 8.4 teraflops for the PlayStation.
Stay out of the forums, right? You get on the websites and you look at the forums. Again, you gotta have formal education on this.
Oh shit! Come on, man. How you gonna say the man ain't educated? How you gonna say the man ain't educated?
I have a degree in this stuff. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, okay, Z, let me explain. Okay, you know he wants to go there. Okay, we'll go there.
Listen.
Let me speak now.
After the show, I can.
The Rapid Pack Math is based on the calculation of everything that you can do. So you're doubling everything that you can do, but with Rapid Pack Math, you can't use it on everything.
Mark Cerny
so you can never get to that 8.4
something that Mark Cerny did not say. You're mad because Mark Cerny gave you math. You're mad because Mark Cerny did math and you didn't like the math. You didn't like it because
Jake.
It made Xbox look inferior. That's why you were mad.
If that 8.4,
you were mad because Mark Cerny gave you math.
we would never see the deficit that we see from the Xbox One X that it gives to the PlayStation 4 Pro with its 6 teraflops, because 8.4 teraflops would be more powerful than 6 teraflops.
That's what I'm talking about.
D.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Common sense when you look at games like Horizon Zero Dawn, Uncharted, God of War, Spider-Man. Obviously, people can see with their own eyes what the fuck T-flops can do.
Damn.
So it's all theoretical. Yes, the X can do 6 T-flops, but what the fuck is this doing when you got Spider-Man, God of War? Obviously, people
have you seen the
4.0 T? Listen, to most people, D, 4.2 T-flops is more than 6 T-flops to most people, because the games look better on the Pro than it does on the X, because they have exclusives, and people, the engineers and the designers and the architects and the developers that know how to utilize this stuff.
You know why there's a huge deficit? Because the system is more powerful. So that
what good is that power? What good is that power if you're cranking out Sea of Thieves?
Oh shit! Come on now, Kratos. Ain't what you got there for now.
I rest my case. I'm gone. Bye.
Oh shit! God damn it, man! Lord, jeez, I tell you, a simple goddamn show. It's what it turns to. Let me pay the bill if I get the hell off air. When shit turns to a shootout. AP the shooter said, D, you the type of lying ass nigga that will tell a brain surgeon that he can save a brain better than him. Stop what the pixie does, bro. And last but not least, the Ruham. He said, AC, why is the show going left, man? Left, posting here. LOL. Hey, listen, man, I don't know what's going on here, brother. I just try to give you the facts, man. And shit went left. My man Jay Kratos went left and questioned my man D education, his formal education. I don't know what the hell's going on here, man. I don't know what the hell's going on here, man. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, you guys enjoyed the show today, man. Hit the tweet it out button, man. We about to get the hell out of here. Hey, D, how you making out with that Mortal Kombat, man?
Oh, I love it, man.
Who you on the X, man?
That game is fire.
Yeah, who you want?
So much shit you can custom. So I was reading some article, and they tallied up like how much it would cost you to buy all of the shit that's in the game. Yeah. And it came up to like $4,000.
Damn. Jesus.
And you know, there's some rich kid somewhere. I want everything, Daddy. I want everything in the game.
Yeah. I haven't even walked into the crypt yet. I'm still trying to find me a character. I haven't done the crypt yet either. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to. You know what I mean? Get me a character. I think I'm gonna use Jade though. I think it's like the deepest. You know, one thing I was disappointed. To be honest with you, I don't know if you guys use him, but Jax sucks. I can play with Jax. I can play with him. Yeah.
Listen, he gets. You mess with him, he gets punished.
Yeah, you know, I will say that there is a glitch because that uppercut, and Lord knows that I should be landing that motherfucker, and so I don't know how motherfuckers get away from that. Bitch be right there. Like I don't know if it's the timing of the engine. But them uppercuts, I will say there's one thing I don't like about Mortal Kombat. Like punches and stuff that you shouldn't be landing, they don't land. Like they literally just miss them. Like that shit like braids their fucking face.
It could be like a patch. Like,
yeah, man, because that should be like a second off or something, man. But
it's a lag though.
I don't know what the hell it is, man. But anyway, like I said, shout out to everybody that rocked out with us live. The Ruham, my brother AP, the shooter, man. Hey, Manny Local, get your crazy ass out of here, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. The Cake Batter, Boomstick. Shout out to everybody that rocked out live. I appreciate it, man. If you guys enjoyed the show, like I said, tweet it out, man. We have a little fun here today. Yeah, we out of here.
Peace.